The view from my corner office on the 45th floor was the kind of thing people put on postcards. A sprawling cityscape, glittering under the afternoon sun, a testament to ambition and success. My success, at least that's what everyone told me. My name was etched in a sleek plaque on the polished oak door. My calendar was a dizzying mosaic of important meetings and power lunches. My parents spoke of my achievements with a pride so palpable it felt like a physical weight on my shoulders. Our daughter the executive, they'd say, their voices swelling. They had given me everything, and in return I had given them this, the living embodiment of their American dream. I had followed their blueprint meticulously. Good grades, the right university, the perfect internship that led to this very office. I had worked tirelessly, sacrificed weekends, and poured every ounce of my energy into climbing this specific ladder. So why, as I stood there, tracing the path of a tiny ferry across the bay, did I feel nothing but a profound, echoing emptiness? It was a silence so complete that the constant hum of the city outside my window couldn't penetrate it. It was a hollow ache in the center of my chest, a space where my own dreams were supposed to live and breathe. But there was nothing there. The realization wasn't a sudden crash. It was a slow, creeping tide of truth that I could no longer ignore. This life, this beautiful, shiny, meticulously constructed life, it wasn't mine. It was a perfectly tailored suit I'd been wearing for so long, I'd mistaken it for my own skin. It was their dream, their definition of happiness, and I was just the person hired to live it out. The weight of that understanding was crushing. For my entire adult life, I had been sprinting in a race I never signed up for, chasing a finish line that held no victory for my soul. My heart began to pound, a frantic drumbeat not of ambition, but of a terrifying, exhilarating clarity. I had to get out, not just from the office building, but from the blueprint. But how? How do you gently dismantle a life you've spent decades building? How do you look the people you love most in the eye and tell them that their dream for you has become your beautifully decorated cage? I didn't have a single answer, but for the first time in my life, I felt like I was finally asking the right questions. The path forward was a complete fog, a terrifying unknown. But the thought of spending one more day performing this role, of smiling at my own reflection and not recognizing the person looking back, was even more terrifying. That evening I knew I had to take the first step, no matter how small. I had to find a single thread of my own truth to pull on. I knew I had to find my own dream, but where in the world do you even start looking for something you've never allowed yourself to want? Follow for part 2 to find out the first, terrifying step I took on that journey. And please like and subscribe so you don't miss what happens next.